What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and this one I want to talk about something very big that came out for NIO stock, why it's up about 6% for the day, and how they absolutely crushed their deliveries report. I'm also going to break down some big news about the overall markets. We have Jerome Powell giving a speech for tomorrow, and other big factors involved in the markets. So I'll give you guys some reminders and big updates for SPY, Tesla, Nvda, and all the others. Before I break the devil's information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a few things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire NIO community as a whole. Anyways, now let's break down what's happening to NIO. As you guys can see, NIO dipped quite a bit approaching this deliveries reports. And I told everyone that, look, don't worry too much about this dip because once we get the numbers for deliveries, this could cause a big shift. We actually had a very, very nice looking bullish divergence that led to this little bounce we saw today. And NIO was up 7%, up to $4.44. Not bad whatsoever. So why is NIO up? How are deliveries? We have some very, very good news. The June deliveries are up 60.2% year over year to 21,209, a new all-time high record again for NIO. We're seeing back-to-back all-time high records for NIO if you look at the chart like this. And also the ES8, aka the EL8 in Europe, is absolutely crushing it. So amazing growth right over here. We actually absolutely crushed June of 2023, we absolutely surpassed those numbers, and we're just looking at amazing growth. On top of all of this, I just wanted to call out that it isn't even just that. They did 21,000 deliveries in June. That's a 98.1% increase year over year. Once again, 98%. We had 11,500 premium smart SUVs and 9,600 of these premium smart electric sedans. That is 57,000 deliveries for the second quarter of 2024. That is a 143.9% increase year over year. Absolutely incredible. And on top of this, we have a total deliveries reach of about 537,000 as of June 30th, 2024. This is amazing news. What I like about this is that as margins start to improve and battery costs start to decrease, this is going to lead to even more growth and improved sales, very amazing growth, and etc. I'm very excited for what this ends up leading to, at least moving forward. So this is very awesome news. I'm very excited for NIO, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for it. And in my personal opinion, I think that earnings will be a lot better for them compared to what we saw last time. NIO usually announces their earnings really late compared to other companies, but this is just absolutely fantastic news. Once again, we've shattered the record in June, delivering over 20,000 EVs for the second straight month. Very bullish news. New record is making the headlines for NIO. Awesome stuff. Now, that's great and all, but I want to talk about some other things, at least for the overall market, real quick. Just as a quick reminder, please note that tomorrow is going to be July 2nd, 2024. And at 9:30 a.m., when the market opens, we have Jerome Powell giving a speech. When he gives his speech, the market may shake, so get ready for that. Then at 10 o'clock a.m., we have the JOLTS job openings and job quits reports, followed by more data. So I can't wait to see what Jerome Powell says. We're going to be looking for more volatility and also more data at 10 o'clock a.m. This is what earnings is looking like. Nothing too big. Everything is very minor, at least for the week, because we have July 4th. And let me give you guys a very important reminder here in the USA for the equities markets. The New York Stock Exchange is going to be closed on Thursday, July 4th. Okay, so the market's going to be closed. And also, the market's going to close early at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on basically on Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024. So what this means is tomorrow is going to be Tuesday, July 2nd. We're going to have a full trading day. Okay, it's going to be the last full trading day until Friday. Because on Wednesday, the market's going to close early at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The market will be done with it very quickly. And then on Thursday, the market's going to be closed straight up, and we're not going to go back to normal until Friday. So very short week for the week. Tomorrow's going to be the last full day for trading. The fear and greed index is currently at neutral, so we saw more buyers step in, shifting things back to neutral. We're kind of in the middle right now. The market's still at a very strong place relative to the 125 daily moving average, showing lots and lots of strength. We also have the put and call option positioning at extreme greed right now, as we're seeing more buyers stepping in, and they're still defending their position, closing puts. And the VIX is continuing to look very lackluster, not really breaking past its key EMAs. So what does this mean for the future? NIO is looking pretty good right now, trying to bounce. However, we have to try to break resistance at the 4-hour 50 EMA at 4.46. If NIO breaks this, I think we're going to be pushing all the way up to 4.7. If we reject here, we're going to be coming back down. Since we had such a strong deliveries report, I think the odds favor us trying to break this. It may also depend on Jerome Powell, but I do favor us trying to break to about 4.7 for a temporary push for the time being. So that's what I'm seeing, at least for NIO moving forward. For Tesla, on the other hand, although it pushed all the way up to the 212 area, then came back down, we're currently around 210 a share as of right now. However, just know that right now, I'm not too worried. I'm not too sure about what Tesla's going to do because it depends on deliveries. Tesla has deliveries tomorrow morning around the time the market opens. So when the deliveries come out, if Tesla gets a rug pull, we're going to be coming back down to 200, if not the 190s. If we get a big rally, we're going to be pushing all the way up to 230. I don't know what's going to happen. We have to wait and see what the data gives us, but it's going to be a massive day. We're going to get the first half deliveries report for Tesla. We already know the numbers for Q1, so we're going to see Q2 tomorrow, and that's going to give us the first half. I can't wait to see what happens. For SPY, we're also dead in the middle, right? We dipped really hard today to about 542, only to get bought back up and close around 545. So the buyers are defending, and we have a very interesting trend how we kind of like dump. We reject off 550 to 547, and we get bought up around 542, going back and forth, back and forth. So this looks like it's grabbing liquidity, trying to bounce back up and start pushing back up towards this imbalance into the 540s. There's a good chance it's going to try to bounce, but just to be safe, we'll watch for confirmation. But overall, it's holding up very, very well. If we lose 542, we're going to be looking for a big dip all the way down to 537. And if we get a big bounce, we'll be looking at 548. We'll be watching to see if we get a bounce. So watch and see if we could break past 545 or not. As of right now, it does favor that somewhat more considering that buyers stepped in, but this will also depend on what Jerome Powell, the big guy, has to say. So we'll be waiting to see what he says during his speech. Nvidia has a flag that could be forming here. So as you guys can see, we're kind of forming this flag. If we break out of this, look at 127. If that breaks, we'll be pushing higher. If we reject here, we'll be dipping all the way down, back down towards 120. So I'll be watching to see if this flag breaks out, and that could lead to more upside. We'll wait and see if that ends up being the case or not. For Bitcoin is once again trying to uptrend right over here. We have 64,000 as resistance. I think we might be testing 64,000 for a little bit of a push, and this can actually be more positive for others out there. Other stocks that are like Coinbase, for example. For the QQQ, we're looking a little bit more bullish from a technical standpoint. We have kind of like a cup and handle like structure. This does favor us trying to push higher for about 488. But I don't know for sure. It depends on what Jerome Powell says. If Powell gives us the rug pull, watch 477 break to turn bearish. If we break out, look at a break all the way back up towards 488 to turn bullish. This chart does favor upside a little bit more, but just to be safe, we'll wait and see what Jerome Powell has to say. For Aapl, we have a very symmetrical looking structure right here, and we're also kind of just trading sideways now. We are trying to break this resistance right here. So I'd say that Apple's actually looking more bullish. It does look like it wants to go back up towards the highs at 217.6 and eventually 220. So it looks bullish, but just to be safe, we'll be watching for confirmation. Just a few more I'll go over, guys. Coinbase, as Bitcoin is pushing, Coinbase is also breaking out thanks to bullish news. We could be looking for 240 if we hold support. As long as we hold above 230, I could be looking for a push for 240 to fill that imbalance. Amazon's looking more bullish, technically speaking. It looks like it wants to test to 198. If we break that, look for 200. If we reject, we're coming back down to 195. I'm in the middle, but it does look more bullish, technically speaking. So we'll see what Jerome Powell causes, if he helps this or not. If Powell causes the rug pull, the whole market comes down, by the way, so we'll see. Meta's in the middle. If we break 508, we're going to be pushing for 510 plus. And if we end up losing support at 504, I'll be looking for a dip back down to 500 and 498. Overall, we're in the middle on Meta. We are kind of on a downtrend, so we'll see if Jerome Powell helps us or not. I'm going to be waiting very patiently for him. Microsoft is breaking out right now. We have potential to go up to 458. That is looking more bullish overall, so not bad whatsoever. It looks like it wants to keep going higher, so we'll see if Jerome Powell helps us. Google also closed above its key EMAs. As long as we hold above 184, we're going to likely get a rebound back up to 186. But this also depends on Jerome Powell's speech, so we'll see. GameStop held the 200 EMA, so there might be a little bounce coming to 24, but it still has a lackluster performance. It's not like breaking out or anything. It barely held support, so maybe it tries to rebound to 24. Otherwise, it's just trading flat. AMC is also trying to break out. It could break out to 5.2, so we'll see if that ends up being the case. Looks more bullish than GameStop to me. Anyways, for NIO, as long as we can try to get back above 4.46, I'm going to be looking for 4.7. If we fail to do so, we're going to look for rejection. This does look like it. I do favor maybe the upside more, but this also depends on Jerome Powell's speech and if we get a continuation up after all the bullish news. With that being said, I want to thank you all so much for listening. Please have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Get ready for Jerome Powell's speech and take care, guys. NIO to the moon because the long term is very bright. I'm so happy about the very strong deliveries report, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks again, and peace out.